Finding the right tenant isn't just about filling a vacancy. It's about protecting your property, your income, and your peace of mind. A solid tenant can make life as a landlord pretty smooth, but the wrong one, that can lead to missed rent, property damage, and months of stress. That's why tenant screening matters. Taking the time to check a person's credit, background, rental history, and financial situation up front isn't just smart, it's the best way to set yourself up for long-term success as a property owner. Hi, my name is Ryan Fred. If you're a landlord or thinking about becoming one, you're in the right place. I've been managing rental properties right here in Central Oregon for over 20 years, and I've seen just about everything. The good, the bad, and the stuff no one tells you about. This video is all about helping landlords like you navigate the world of rental property management with confidence. Whether dealing with your first tenant, screening applications, handling maintenance, or trying to avoid costly mistakes, I'm here to help share real-life tips, practical advice, proven strategies that work. My goal is to make property management less stressful, more profitable, and maybe even a little enjoyable. So stick around and let's get into it. The first thing we look at is the applicant's credit. A credit check is a crucial part of the tenant screening because it gives you a clear picture of a prospective tenant's financial responsibility and ability to pay rent on time. Here are a few reasons it matters so much to us. Payment history tells a story. A credit report shows whether a person pays their bills on time. Late payments, defaults, accounts, and collections can be red flags, especially when you're trusting them with a lease agreement. Number 2, debt load matters. Even if someone earns a decent income, a high level of debt like maxed out credit cards or multiple loans might mean they're financially stretched, making it harder for them to prioritize rent payments. The third reason is signs of stability. Credit checks can also show how long someone has had accounts open, whether they've made responsible financial choices, and if they've had stable employment or address history. All of these are useful clues about how stable and reliable they might be as tenants. And finally, protection for your investment. Your rental property is a major asset. A credit check helps reduce the risk of late payments, eviction proceedings, or property damage due to financial strain, all of which can be costly and time-consuming. The next data point we look at is income verification. Verifying a prospective tenant's income helps ensure they can meet their rent obligations consistently and on time. It's not about prying into someone's finances. It's about protecting your investment and fostering long-term successful tenancies. Without proper income verification, you risk placing a tenant who may struggle financially, leading to late payments, lease violations, or even eviction proceedings. Always request verifiable documentation, such as recent pay stubs, bank statements, or proof of government assistance. For self-employed applicants, get tax returns or profit and loss statements. A good rule of thumb, look for income that is at least 3 times the monthly rent. This helps ensure the tenant has enough financial buffer for other living expenses. And when in doubt, don't hesitate to follow up with the applicant's employer. A quick verification call can confirm stability and current earnings. Income verification may take a little extra time, but it's worth it. It builds the foundation for a stable rental relationship and reduces your risk of non-payment, vacancies, and legal issues. Employment verification is also very important when screening an applicant. When evaluating a prospective tenant, verifying their employment is just as important to us as checking their income. Here are a few reasons we feel this way. 1, it confirms the applicant is currently earning income. An applicant might provide impressive income documents, but without current employment, that income may no longer exist. Employment verification confirms that the tenant is actively earning and has a steady paycheck to support rent payments. Number 2, it verifies income source and stability. Not all jobs are created equal. Verifying where someone works and for how long gives you insight into their job stability and reliability. Someone with consistent employment income is less likely to experience sudden financial hardship or rent delinquency. Number 3, it protects against fraudulent applications. Fake pay stubs and exaggerated job titles are common red flags in rental scams. Direct verification with the employer helps you spot dishonest applications and avoid placing unqualified tenants. Number 4, it also helps to predict long-term rental potential. An applicant who's been employed full-time with the same company for several years is more likely to be a stable long-term tenant. Verifying employment history adds another layer of confidence in your leasing decision. Number 5, it builds a complete financial picture. Alongside income, credit, and rental history, employment verification rounds out your understanding of the tenant's financial health. It helps ensure you're leasing to someone who can and will pay rent consistently. Now, before we get to the next point, I just want to take a quick moment to tell you about Real Property Management Ignite. At RPM Ignite, we specialize in protecting your assets, optimizing rental income, and taking the day-to-day hassle off your plate. So from strategic tenant placement to proactive maintenance and full financial reporting, we manage every detail like it's our own. If you've ever wondered how much your home would rent for, or if you're considering which home to add to your portfolio, we're happy to offer a free rental analysis to help you evaluate your property's income potential. No pressure, just expert insight. If you're a rental property owner in Central Oregon, please visit our website at www.rpmignite.com to learn more about how we can help. Identity verification. Verifying a rental applicant's identity is critical and often overlooked. Step-in tenant screening process. Here's why it matters. 1. It confirms you're dealing with a real person. First and foremost, identity verification ensures the applicant is who they say they are. It prevents rental fraud from individuals using stolen identities, false information to secure housing under false pretenses. Number 2, it protects against fraud and scams. Unfortunately, rental fraud is on the rise, and fake identities are a common tactic. An unverified identity could mean a fake credit report, falsified income, or even a criminal background hidden under a false name. Identity verification also ensures accurate background checks. Background checks, credit reports, and eviction history searches are only meaningful if they're tied to a real identity. Verifying identity ensures that you're screening the correct person and not a made-up profile. It also protects your property and other tenants. Someone hiding their identity may have something to hide, like a history of evictions, unpaid judgments, or even criminal activity. Identity verification helps you avoid placing high-risk or dangerous tenants in your rental. It also helps you comply with fair housing and legal requirements. Verifying identity ensures a consistent, legal, and fair screening process for all applicants. It also helps you comply with anti-discrimination and data protection laws, especially when handling sensitive personal information. The most common identity verification methods are going to be things like your government-issued photo ID, driver's license and passport, your social security or tax ID number. Also, third-party identity verification services that cross-check information on credit and background reports. Landlord references are another important part of tenant screening. These are actually one of the most valuable tools that we found in evaluating a prospective tenant's rental history. They give us first-hand insight into the tenant's past behavior, something credit scores and income documents can't fully capture. Landlord references can reveal the tenant's payment history. Previous landlords can tell you whether or not the tenant paid rent on time, if they paid in full, and whether they left owing money. This helps you assess if the tenant is financially responsible and likely to meet rent obligations consistently. They also provide insight into behavior and communication. Was the tenant respectful? Did they follow the terms of the lease? Were there frequent complaints or disputes? A landlord reference can give you an honest look at how the tenant interacts with others and handles conflict. They can also confirm property care and cleanliness. One of the biggest concerns for property owners is knowing how well the tenant will care for the unit. A former landlord can confirm whether the tenant kept the property clean, caused damage, or left it in good condition upon moving out. Verify the applicant's rental history. Landlord references help you confirm the rental history listed on the application is accurate and complete, reducing the risk of fraud or misleading information. They can also help you detect red flags early. If a previous landlord is hesitant to speak or gives vague or overly neutral responses, it may suggest issues they prefer not to disclose. On the other hand, negative feedback like missed rent, property damage, or lease violations can help you avoid major problems down the road. Pet verification. Allowing pets in your rental property can attract more applicants, but it also introduces risk. That's why pet screening is an essential part of a thorough tenant screening process. Thorough pet screening can protect your property from damage. Pets can cause wear and tear beyond what's normal, including scratch floors, stained carpets, chewed trim, or yard damage. Screening helps you assess the type, size, breed, and behavior of the pet to gauge the potential for property damage. It also reduces liability risks. Certain pets, especially aggressive dog breeds, can pose a legal and financial liability if they injure someone on or near your property. Pet screening helps you identify high-risk animals and determine whether to approve them with conditions or deny them altogether. It also verifies pet ownership and responsibility. Pet screening confirms the applicant actually owns the animal and isn't hiding an unapproved pet. It also allows you to evaluate how responsible the owner is, including whether the pet is vaccinated, licensed, spayed, neutered, or well-trained. We like pet screening because it supports fair and consistent pet policies. Using a standardized pet screening process creates consistency across all applications, helping us enforce the rules fairly and avoid claims of discrimination or favoritism. Pet screening is also going to help you set clear expectations right up front. A formal pet screening gives you the chance to outline your rules and responsibilities, such as deposits, pet rent, leash policies, and noise expectations, so there are no surprises after move-in. Pet screening also helps distinguish between household pets and emotional support animals or service animals, which are protected under fair housing laws and must be evaluated differently. Bottom line, pet screening protects your property, reduces risk, and encourages responsible pet ownership. It's not about being pet unfriendly, it's about being smart, consistent, and prepared. A good criminal background check is also imperative. When you're renting out a property, you're not just picking someone to pay rent. You're trusting them to take care of your place and live peacefully in your community. That's where a criminal background check comes in. It helps keep your property and your neighbors safe. A criminal background check gives you a heads up if an applicant has a history of serious offenses, like violence, drug activity, or property damage. That kind of info helps you decide if there's a potential risk to your home, neighbors, or your reputation as a landlord. It can also help you spot repeat or serious offenses. Everyone makes mistakes, but a pattern of criminal behavior, especially recent or severe issues, might be a red flag. A background check lets you see the full picture and make an informed decision. It also helps you make a fair, informed choice. Running the same check on every applicant helps you stay consistent and fair. It's not about jumping to conclusions, it's about using facts to back up your decisions and protect your investment. It also reduces the risk of future problems. Tenants with serious criminal histories may be more likely to cause property damage, engage in legal activity, or create a safety concern. A criminal background check helps you avoid those issues before they start. It's also going to give you peace of mind for you and everyone involved. Knowing who's moving in helps you sleep better at night, and it helps your other tenants or neighbors feel safer too. It's all about creating a responsible and respectful community. This list was a sample of our best practices when screening for prospective tenants. If you have your own go-to methods for tenant screening, we'd love to hear them. Please share them in the comments below so we can all learn from each other. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and share it with other landlords. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell so you never miss our landlord tips. If managing your rental property feels overwhelming, or you want expert help to help handle the tenant screening and more, we'd love to assist. Please reach out to us at Real Property Management Ignite here in Bend and let us help you maximize the profitability of your investment.